Yeah, presentation.
Hi guys, so you're here because you want to find out. Okay guys, you're here because you want to find out more about School of Engineering or Temasek Poly in general. And most specifically, we will also be answering questions pertaining to our course, which is Aviation Management. So I'm Luke, I'm a year 2 Aviation Management student. We just finished our SEM 2.2. And here you have Darren.
Yep, hi.
And you have Yong-Shen. So yeah, we'll be answering your questions. I've heard the intake for this year has dropped because of COVID. So yeah, I admire those who apply for this course. You have a lot of reasons. I hope the people matriculating into year 1, you all know what you are doing. Because during our orientation, when the GLs asked us why we were applying, some people had no idea why they're into the course, or they joined because of the high pay. This video might be a bit long because there's 3 of us, so we'll be sharing our views. We actually have Trisha behind the camera, but she's too camera shy, so yeah. So first question is, what are the potential jobs for this course?
Of course, the first one is pilot.
Yeah, pilot. I think we have cabin crew, we have
Station manager.
station manager. Basically, a lot of jobs surround
Services.
working at the airport.
Airport
But
and
there's a lot of transferable skills. What you learn in school, there's a lot of the modules actually pertain to a lot of business also. So.
They're small.
Small.
Okay, but then you guys are green tea here. You're wondering what you're drinking. You're not drinking alcohol.
That was so unnecessary.
Some people have been asking, can you use a MacBook in the School of Engineering course? I think I've survived on a MacBook throughout my poly life. There's some programs that will need you to use Windows, but they have like a program in the school system that allows you to use.
It's a virtual
it's
a virtual desktop.
Virtual machine.
The only thing, it just slows down the computer based on your Wi-Fi speed. But overall, it's quite okay.
I mean, overall, if you all already own a MacBook, then just live with it. Don't have to especially go and buy something.
Yeah, I'm currently using my spare MacBook. It's already over 8 years old. It was a late 2013 MacBook Pro, and it's still surviving quite well as a backup.
Yeah, you can definitely use a MacBook. Although sometimes, I think most applications now are MacBook, so you don't have to buy all the Windows.
Unless you got money to spare, and all you want you go and buy.
Then you can actually get a parallel desktop in MacBook. So the parallel desktop actually runs
new M1. Then for the new M1, you all cannot, but definitely I think the application is still good.
Yeah.
Okay, next question is how to apply for bursary or scholarships. I think he can answer bursary.
Yeah. Okay, so to apply for bursary, every start of the year, not exactly start of the year, but start of the semester, about around maybe March or April, the school will send you an email to your school account to ask you to apply for bursary. So from there, the bursary is actually tiered according to your family income or your general household income. So depending on how much your parents or whoever that is working at home and the amount of people you have that are living in your house, right? The amount of bursary you get is dependent on that. So the bursary also sends directly to your bank account. Yeah, it's depending.
It's quite simple.
Is the school will guide you through this?
There'll definitely be steps. You all don't have to be so kanchong. The school will email you whatever you want, and it's all done by the online student portal. And then for scholarship is only after your first semester. If you get a certain, I think above 3.5.
Different scholarship or different.
Yeah. Then you all will need to send you an email. I think you have to do some interview as well. But yeah, most of the people that get it are actually 4 pointers. So yeah.
But there's a military where they actually pay for your school fees and give you allowance, a military scholarship. But that one will last you. You have to go to the army for I think 4 years total after your poly life.
Okay, next question: do you need textbooks?
Textbooks are so secondary school.
Yeah.
Well, unless you
depends.
unless there's like some people they prefer the writing on the notes directly on the book itself. If not, actually you don't really need. Mostly you just have a computer where you can just store everything in.
If you join AMS I mean, if you are watching because you are joining AMS, black box will sell you all the books. You can make your own.
Most people won't buy.
Yeah, but
Don't say that. Don't say that. This is a video.
yeah, but anyway,
Black box.
textbooks depends on your course, because sometimes you need to buy like your math, like those textbooks with all the formulas and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, company question, if I'm planning to pursue a degree after poly, how possible is it in this course?
Okay, so actually aviation management is quite a widespread course because we technically, although we are under School of Engineering, we are actually our course in general is actually a business and marketing course. So we are able to go to actually focus on other university studies also at the same time. Other than just under engineering, we can also do business in university.
I think it's not about you. How likely are you able to do that? It's what you want to do and what you want to achieve. That's the most important thing. It's like the course can offer you a lot of things like give you cabin crew, pilot, anything. But if you don't want to do this, then there's no use. It's really depending on what you want to do and what you want to learn. If you want to go like for example like aviation law, then yeah, go ahead. But if you want to be a pilot, then there's no use, right? Just apply for PPL. Just go get on with it. So it really depends on what you want to do. Don't think about how possible it is.
Yeah. The next question is, in your opinion, is the course hard? Are students in your course generally competitive or smart?
The course is actually a very low point course, and especially it's getting more and more competitive now that they have actually reduced the number of students they are intaking.
Yeah, low, yeah.
So currently, previous year was actually 14 points. Now it is actually has dropped back to 12 points already, and the intake is now 90 if I'm correct. It's either 90 or 75.
Yeah, it's like it dropped a lot. But is the course hard? I mean, it depends. It really depends. Yeah, on your how fast you are learning things. Yeah.
And then it really depends on what you're exposed to. If you take physics, then it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like it really depends on itself.
Yeah, depends on your subject combination. Plus, you also study engineering math, so you need a bit of math background to have a head start lah.
Smart students.
You don't really need AMS background, but if you have it,
It's a good head start lah. It's a good head start. Students in the course generally competitive lah. That one I think depends on your batch. Yeah. Sometimes, they'll always be competitive.
Yeah, it's wherever you go, it's always competitive.
Yeah.
So don't bother. Worry about yourself, can be. Don't worry about other people.
What is the gender ratio like? That's the next question. Gender ratio.
It's like,
I wonder what's the purpose behind it.
yep.
Yeah. Whoever asked this question, what's the gender ratio? You are coming to school of engineering.
Let me tell you, there are a lot of troubles in business school. So if you
There are always more girls in business, so you
if
can
you
do
are a
that.
guy and you are thinking about that,
I think you've chosen the wrong school.
yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the guy to girl ratio in aviation management is approximately 2:1.
guy don't.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not as bad as what people say, but there's still a decent number of girls.
You see the four of us here, there's 3 guys and 1 girl.
Yeah.
I mean, she's counted as
Yeah.
moving on.
Moving on, okay. Should I join CCAs or student union or whatever?
No.
That's up to you, man.
Yeah.
It's
not
depending.
must-
If
it's
you
not
feel
must.
if you feel that you have talent or you have actually skills brought from secondary school, especially sports, then the school teachers can help you get into the course you want if you need or if you cannot make it. But you must have proof that you're actually doing well.
You all must remember you are now in poly. Don't bring the secondary school idea into poly because it's very different. Secondary school, most of the schools, to my knowledge, they require CCA, and then they have textbook and everything. But here poly is different really. So just come in and enjoy. You don't have to join, but you can join.
But if you want to have the go home club also can that's the best.
Just go home every day.
Yeah,
I don't
but
go home every day.
But we just have to remember to rack up a bit of seal points to graduate.
Yeah.
Minimum will be 50, but recommended will be about 100.
Just ditch the secondary school idea. Just ditch it. It's poly, man.
Yeah, but if you do join a CCA, time management is important, especially when you join a CCA, right? Make sure your GPA is still good, you know. you don't get like a GPA 3 and then after that you still join the CCA and then you try and use it for university. Because university, they'll still look at your GPA. So don't like join a CCA that you can't like manage your time well. Like I don't know which CCAs you have to spend a lot of time. I think we shall not mention that. But yeah, CCAs, the thing about CCAs is that they only like from 6 PM to like 9 PM or even like further into.
No lah.
Yeah.
Okay, nowadays
Differs on CCA.
Yeah, different on CCAs.
Yeah,
but CCAs are at night lah.
but certain CCAs are actually it's not on the weekday, it might be on the weekend. So just take note of the different timings for CCA.
Again, this is all about what you want. Really, if you are a dancer in secondary school and you're like, oh, I'm passionate about dancing, then go join the dance club. It's all about what you want to do. It's no longer a compulsory thing in Poly. Nothing is compulsory. It's more about it's about what you want to do.
Well, having fun
Yeah, and what you want to achieve.
if you're not having fun in CCA, you can just quit immediately. There's no point in it.
Yeah, I agree. Next question is, what can you do now to prepare yourself?
I'm waiting for
So what can you do to prepare? I don't think we did much to prepare ourselves. It's just to go into Poly with a more open mind. Like,
Go there, lecture, you want to listen or not? It's fine.
Okay, Poly.
Let's be honest, lecture you want to listen or not? It's fine.
Yeah.
We shouldn't just say like, oh, lectures are important. Then we are like no different than like videos and everything. But lectures you want to listen or not? It's fine. You jolly well take your content in if you decide not to listen. If you don't take in, then too bad lah. Then it's your fault lah.
Poly mainly is about planning your timing and your schedules basically. If you don't plan your schedule well, right, you find yourself in a lot of pickle. There's a project or assignment or
Don't go until so late. Home and study. Don't play mahjong. Don't be like me. Hey.
But I know your freshies, right? Your confirm will start to start drinking.
Yeah, you will learn a lot of things, including mahjong.
Yeah.
I feel like mahjong is one thing. We.
Yeah, I think the only difference between like the matriculating, the batch matriculating this year is that y'all don't have FO, which is like freshman orientation.
Oh, you won't know your classmates as well.
Yeah, you won't bond with your classmates like how we used to like 2 years ago. Then plus y'all also don't have regatta, which is
No,
no.
cancel already.
no, they still have regatta. Okay.
That's what I heard.
Okay, regatta.
My teacher think cancel already.
Business they all do
It will be interesting, like it will be interesting atmosphere lah.
But again, the regatta part is unconfirmed.
Yeah.
That's unconfirmed. Don't take our word for it. Next question. I think he wants to answer this.
Let's go.
We have to find the
How is the culture of the school? Coming into this school, right? A lot of people you all will notice, right? People say TP is a toxic.
Future, where are you going?
TP equals to toxic for you. Once again, like what my GLs tell me,
100%.
It's not about being toxic, no. It's really up for interpretation, because what we experience may not be what you all experience, and some course really you all will have like, I would say, very different encounters. And really, toxic is a very vague word. If you count smoking as toxic, then yeah, shit ton of people in the world.
Then you're seeing.
It's really a very undefined zone here, and I would say the culture is up for interpretation, not for up for interpretation. Up for experience, your own experience. It's up to your own experience. After all, it's not about the school. It's about the people that go to the school. The school has nothing. The school has nothing. Lectures are all the same. The content is all the same. They don't teach you how to smoke. It's your friends who teach you how to smoke. So, just go in with an open mind. Toxic or not, you will see.
Yeah. Hey, why you laugh?
But no FO
But
should
yeah,
be.
okay. The culture is decent. It's just like what he said, like what Yongsheng said, it's up for your own experience. Different batches, there will be different types of people, different types of personality. But just know that when you all come from secondary school to Poly, your way you handle things will start to change. Y'all definitely will start to be more.
This is a very important part.
part 2 will be the continue from the culture and TP. Yeah, you all just have to experience it from yourself. We can just tell you our experiences, but that might not equate to what you'll be experiencing in your poly life. But just know that when you all come in, must come in with open mind. Don't be so close-minded because you will be meeting a lot of different people here.
I feel like all the questions asked, we all just have one answer. We can just wrap up the video with one answer.
Yeah, must come in with open mind.
Open
That's an important thing that I'm going to state at the start. Okay, so someone has asked what are the first modules for AMS?
That is depending on the course. Okay, for AMS, it's depending on what the teacher said. Sometimes they set other subjects first before the others. Boom.
Yeah. But I mean, the first modules that we took was introduction to civil aviation, principles.
Civil aviation. Civil
aviation, principles of aeronautical science, global studies, engineering, mathematics 1.
Different.
Okay,
so different first modules on there.
Yeah, you will have different first modules. It will be jumbled out into like, sometimes you may take it in like 1.1 or 1.2.
It's based on the teacher's timetable also.
Yeah. But there are some modules that you have to take compulsory, like the sports and wellness and GIPS. And I think sports and wellness is a very good way to meet new friends because other classes will be taking also.
Yep. I'm not sure if sports and wellness currently doing the same thing as we did last time, when we mix with different people.
Yeah.
So that one's depending on your course.
Yeah, you might be depending on COVID. Yeah, COVID. Okay, next question is the director's list and diploma very, very hard to get. Wow.
This question.
I think year 3 only can answer because the 4 of us here
haven't graduated.
We haven't graduated yet. Plus, our grades are not in the top 10% if we get director's list.
It's gonna be my list, but not director's list. Come on, just realistic.
Were there any moments where you felt burnt out in poly?
Yes, seeing these people here.
Multiple. actually multiple. It really really depends on the working style. So yes.
But
definitely you all will feel burnt out. Like
there's a lot of projects. There's a lot of projects at one time. Normally there'll be like 4 or 5 projects, and at one point during maybe like, because projects are given at the start of the semester, maybe coming towards let's say flex week, which is somewhere around week 4 or week 5 of school, right? You might actually start to feel a bit burnt out. So you might during that week you might actually not do anything.
I think year 1 isn't as bad for like all courses in general. Year 1 wouldn't be as bad, but when you move on to year 2, there will be like proper like submission weeks where you have like 3 submissions at one go. So yeah, I think we experienced the bulk of
the days that we go to school is all very formal. So
yeah,
it's shit.
Plus you have presentations also. How to overcome them? They ask how to overcome them. Well, I think it all comes down to managing. If you're under
pressure, then you will be able to do
if you know that you're going to take a long time to do it, I think you need to plan in advance. Because in poly, not like secondary school, there isn't teachers hunting you down to submit your work. You need to plan your time in advance.
A lot of things change.
Yeah, a lot of things will change.
So you adapt to it.
Basically, they're trying to throw you out in the world because in the world you don't have much, let's put it this way, mentors to actually guide you all the way. You have to be more individualistic. So you have to plan yourself.
It's more of a you're on your own kind of thing.
Yeah. They are preparing to throw you out in the working world already. That's why we have student internship programs at the same time.
Yeah. So what we usually do is we always
what we usually
do is that we always have or you can also get a friend or someone to go and like set all the find all the dates of all your submissions and put it at the start.
Provided the friend don't get angry.
Isn't that you yourself?
Provided the friend don't get angry.
But I mean, a lot of people in our course do that now. So yeah, just put all the dates at the start of your semester so you can plan out the time to quarantine, or else you feel like you have so many projects.
Yeah, don't stop doing work. Mainly, you just have to keep yourself more consistent and bring out all the works that you have to do lah.
How do you all overcome nervousness during exams?
We don't.
I think
we are not nervous. I'm not nervous.
He's capping.
I'm not nervous.
I give you my cap.
I'm not nervous at all. I always leave 30 minutes after the exam.
Exams in Poly, right? After 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes, you actually leave the paper already. Coming those the last maybe 15 minutes, correct? You are not allowed to leave the examination hall.
Yeah.
Just
It's not like O levels, you have to stay for 2
Just
hours. 2 hours, 15 minutes.
when you are done, just leave. There is no
Yes.
point.
Don't pull a.
The more you stay, the more stressed you are.
Yeah.
That's why I always leave.
Don't be like
That's why I
Don't-
finish.
yeah,
I check one time. If I don't know, means I don't know.
Don't pull a Trisha. She likes to sit down there for the next.
Yeah.
So like until the end of the lesson or at the end of the paper, and then we have to.
But yeah, how to overcome nervousness? I think you have to just start, make sure you know your stuff, do all the exam papers in the given
It's under the TP library e-resource, so
Yeah.
everything's online.
Yeah, everything's online. There's no teacher to print out your exam paper and give you your 10 years series, and you must go to the library, the TP library, and download it yourself.
By the way, answers are not always not provided for most of the papers. So you have
There is
to
no difference
research.
from secondary school exam. Just study and do your thing.
Just do your thing. Like
Just
if
do
you want
your
to listen to music, which is what I do, I just listen to music.
Not during the exam though.
Yeah, before the exam.
Before the exam.
Yeah, you do it during the exam, but then we'll see you in next year also lah, at the same time.
Next question. This is a very sensitive topic. How do you prevent comparing yourself to others, especially in terms of grades?
Oh, that's up to you. How am I supposed to tell you to not think when you yourself will think? Correct.
It's depending on.
Think so much lah. You
but-
think about the things you cannot control for what?
Yeah.
For
Just do your thing, man. Because everyone has different paths of what they want to do.
because I understand it's human nature to feel like for example if he get better grades than me, then I'll be like, oh shit. It's human nature.
Yeah.
But what matters is how you cope with it. Are you gonna dwell on it and say like, wow shit man, he get better than me, and then you dwell away for very long and then you hate him? Or are you just gonna like, oh shit, he do better than me, so I'm gonna say
Yeah. There's two different mentalities when
that's the thing that matters.
when someone gets a better grade than you. So yeah. Okay, next question. What is your typical study routine after school?
Typical what?
Study
Typical
routine.
what?
Study routine.
GTA first,
Okay.
NBA later, FIFA 21 later. If I feel like it, I study.
Reality of study routine is
It's depending on what time school ends and how far you live also.
yeah. If you live very far away, then Darren lives far away, so sometimes he might not stay back. He'll just
Go home.
go home.
Estimate I take 1.5 hours to travel to school
Yeah.
and back because I'm living near towards the top end of north, so it's very far away from school.
I mean, if you stay far away from school, you might also want to spend more time in school because then you don't waste your 1 hour 30 minutes traveling to school and then traveling back straight after class.
But a lot of times we will try to stay in the library because once you go back home, right, you see your bed and you'll be sleeping. Next thing you don't know lah.
So library is actually a good place to study. There's aircon, free charging and everything, charging ports.
Wi-Fi is quite
Yeah.
strong there also, so
Yeah,
you
Wi-Fi
don't need
is
to
good.
worry.
So
A lot of times, remember Netflix is not working because school Wi-Fi sucks.
No lah, they blocked it.
Yeah, which sucks lah, basically.
next question is how was year 1 compared to year 2? Wow. You're all thinking far ahead now.
Are we talking about in our context or in general context?
In our both lah, both.
It really depends. Which year 2 you are talking about?
Which year 2?
If you retain then
Oh,
There's no retain.
remod will be not there's no retain.
Okay, but bear in mind that if in semester 1.2 you fail a module, you have to remod, means even in year 2 on top of your other modules you still have to retake the module that you failed. So that's additional time. But yeah, year 1, I think year 1 was more chill compared to year 2.
You have to got a lot more projects, and the project is much more R&D side more intensive lah. So you have to do a lot more research.
Year 2, your credit units will be more than your year 1. Year 1 is less. I think lesser, right?
Is it?
Yeah, there's more chill subjects in year 1. You have sports and wellness, you have those more chill subjects. Okay, next question. How to make friends in Poly as an introvert?
There's something called Discord, isn't there?
how do we teach you this? Guys.
Oh, I know. There's one incident where this guy, right, he it's damn sad lah. So he emailed to, not email exactly. Yeah, but if I remember correctly, he emailed to everyone in the MS team, right? Say, do you want to be friends? Then they go out and eat.
What? Serious?
Yeah.
In poly?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean,
that's what happened.
I mean, for the previous years, it's a bit more awkward because I think they only had MS teams for like one semester. I don't know.
Okay, basically,
well, very hard.
What do you mean by how to make friends? Just
how to make friends? Just be yourself, man.
how am I supposed to teach you this, man?
there'll always be
As an
friends
introvert,
around.
as an introvert, it's asking as an introvert. As an introvert making friends, I think
Step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's all about.
There'll be people that will make friends if you want, because in the end you still have to work with other people. So from there you will definitely have your friends, then you expand to further out lah.
Right, I interpret this question as how to start making friends. This is your very first group of friends before you get. So the very first thing you can always do is to, if you are not comfortable, you shy or whatever. Just wait until like your first modules, you go your groups, and then you see like, oh, groups, right, and then you want to stop, right. Then slowly you make friends, right, you'll be like, oh, you'll be more comfortable.
Yeah.
Then you get on with people after that. That's how I interpret the question lah.
Okay, so if after normally during your projects you group up with people. So if you stay with your own groups, right, often or not you will start to feel comfortable with them, okay, but you do actually end up not making a lot of friends. So you should try to actually mix with other people or other groups member. So try not to stay in your own groups. They will be a lot better. Then you understand certain people, the way they work, and then you also ways for you to implement for yourself.
okay, yeah, so just step out of your comfort zone. Like if people ask you go lunch with them, go and lunch with them. Don't say, oh, I want to go home, I got something to do. I mean, I used to do it in secondary school, and that's why I didn't really.
So you got no friends lah?
No, not that I know friends. It's just I'm not so extroverted in secondary school. So yeah, not like extremely close lah when it came to Sec 3, Sec 4. Secondary school, I was.
No wonder he has a YouTube channel.
You talking to
Okay,
yourself?
don't expose me. Next question. How do you know what you wanted to study in poly? Wow.
There are people that come into the course and say they join the course because it sounds like it will earn money.
Yes. Yeah.
So don't worry, you won't be the worst.
But you can give the advice because he applied early admissions exercise. So those of you watching for early admissions exercise, I think
It's over.
No, this year.
We just started the year.
Oh yeah. As in this year.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's next year coming year lah.
If anything,
I thought this video was for the one that coming in.
yeah, this coming in also, but like those, anyway, those of you watching that want to matriculate in next year, I think you can DM him or put his Instagram.
Fine.
And you can ask him for advice because he really has advice. I applied, just saying guys, I applied EAE and I failed, but don't worry because you can still get in on merit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
My course chair rejected me.
yeah.
I still joined.
You also
I applied, they rejected me. I was posted to NYP. And then I
Wow.
rejected NYP one.
Well, MIP students watching this.
I rejected NYP one, I just took a bet and then I studied on it and I got in.
Is an iPad useful for poly? I don't use iPad, so but I think a couple of our friends do use iPads, and it's more convenient to carry around and write stuff.
It's a lot lighter lah. The problem with iPad is that certain tests you are not able to use iPad to do, or online tests, right? You cannot use your iPad to do it. So you must definitely have a computer with you.
Yeah, if you reach then you buy lah. Yeah, it's an add-on ma.
Yeah.
You reach then buy lor.
Computer is a necessity. iPad is just a want.
Some of you all asked about the grading in poly. So grading in poly, you have what? We have distinction. I mean, I'll put it in like somewhere here. Distinction A.
You put somewhere here.
Yeah, somewhere here.
Somewhere
Somewhere here to block illusion. You have distinction. You have A. You have B plus, B, C plus,
D,
D.
E, F also have. Our friends also have.
Yeah. So,
wonder
and
who.
there's also one where you can have just pass, ungraded pass, which means
No lah.
No. Okay,
you
yeah.
come less than 85% of the lessons.
depends on which school or which like module you take. You cannot exceed a certain number of attempts to not go for class.
You wanna skip, right?
You want to skip class?
Planning out
Count
wisely.
wisely. Yes, count wisely.
This guy.
I'm not telling you not to skip. Sometimes we are just lazy.
You want to expose your attendance?
Mine's 100.
Everything?
I'm 100.
Really, man?
Even though I'm very lazy, but I'm 100.
Yeah, trust nobody.
You better beep out the name, man. You better beep out the name, man.
Yeah, you better speak properly.
Okay, but like the grading in poly is quite like O level like, but there's no bell curve. There's no bell curve. So whatever grades you get is a pure representation of the amount of effort you put in. Hey, why you laugh? Don't tell your parents that you got a bad grade because of your bell curve or something, because there's no such thing as bell curve in poly.
In other words, if you get a bad grade, face it.
So in other words, you got no excuse lah. You get back grade lah.
Yeah, no, and
Your parents give you a...
and you can't remod right unless you actually fail the
Bad grade, face it, move on.
So any final thoughts? I think we've run out of questions, so like I don't know, we can go freestyle.
It's quite sad that you all don't have FO because I think FO is a very good. It's a very good place for you to know friends, not only in your course but in the entire campus. Campus are not school. Campus. If you join the TPS, you will know. And then your own business school or like your engine school can everything. But just try and step out of the comfort zone and just do it. Try. 顺其自然, as in let nature take its course. And also don't be afraid to try things. Poly is all about making mistakes.
Yup.
Poly is all about you're gonna beep out.
You're gonna beep up the entire sentence.
Just take it easy or go in with an open mind and have fun.
Go in the open.
And have fun. Most importantly is to have fun. There's no point if you don't have fun because you've been studying so much. You just have fun.
Relationships in poly. I think someone asked that also. So what do you think about it?
I feel disappointed that you point me first.
This topic is too controversial to comment. Too controversial. It really depends on the people that you like. It's natural to come in and for example, okay, I'm not stereotyping. If you come in from a boys' school or girls' school, and then you see the other students of opposite gender of you, and then you might feel attracted. It's totally fine. It's about how you deal with it. And
Far too easily.
if you're asking about how often do relationships happen, then I ask how attractive are you?
Don't be a
Yes. I'm not asking. I'm not saying like you are not. Whoever who's watching is you are not attractive. It's up to yourself. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Attractiveness is up to yourself. I cannot decide how attractive you are. That's what I mean. If you're asking about that, then that's the answer. But if you're asking about how do relationships happen or how often do they happen, again, it's all about feelings. It's all about feelings.
I think you're
just-
being for relationship
So
advice
just
lah.
take it. I won't say take it slow. What the hell?
Just shoot your shot. Like 100% of the shots you don't shoot.
Again,
you don't miss.
yeah. Again, if you like someone, then it's up to your parents' approval. Because his dad is watching. I have to say that.
Ask your parents.
No,
secretly.
no.
Whoa, don't give wrong advice.
Yes, we must ask your parents. Yes, but yeah, it's up to you. Just don't let it mess you up. Very important. Don't let it mess you up. It can be very detrimental.
Wait,
I agree. So
No further comments.
So I think that's it for the video. Any last comments?
So thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. You can comment your questions.
who's your sponsor?
You can comment the
No
questions
sponsor.
below in his comment section and he will answer you. But I will not be answering, of course.
Yeah, just comment down like in the comment section.
And remember
like,
to
any
subscribe,
questions.
but I won't blame you if you don't.
I think if you have any more questions, like really got any more questions, just comment down below because I'm not sure if we really understood or
Maybe some of you are
yeah.
asking in a different
in a different way, or we didn't answer like deep enough. So remember to like, share, and subscribe because
And
that helps
be
the
happy.
algorithm.
Be happy, stay healthy.
Don't get the virus. Stay safe.
And get the vaccine.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, yes, bye.